Alright guys, here we go, Blizzard Peak feature race, and we're off, and it is so hard to see these drivers. The visibility on this track is insane. I believe that the fog definitely plays a role in driver performance in this track. It actually can make it hard to drive in certain sections. Whoa, Mustang flips into the boost, and it actually ends up kind of saving him. Decoy way over jumps the negative camber, and that's going to put Decoy in last early on. No idea what he was trying to do. He thought he was playing Rocket League. Instead, he tried to just boost his way on the inside, and it didn't really work. But seriously though, if you rewatch that was insane. I have no idea what was going on right there. Everyone coming to the finish pretty clean so far, but it is early. Long 20 laps to go. Coming through the chicane. Chicane's one of the more tricky parts of the track. Definitely some time to be made there. And then you got that little outside berm boost, which has become the favored line. In this negative camber, you've got an outside berm boost and you got an inside line. And the inside line's more preferred, but the outside line actually does have speed to it. It's just a little risky, but you will see drivers take it here and again throughout this race. So we're gonna go to the back pack in the beginning of this race, really tight here. In the actual race, Apathy actually had a quote. Oh my god, we might actually be 4 wide right here, where he said, all right, the top 4 is completely separated from the back 4, and it's true. You can just tell by looking at it. This back 4 is pretty close, and the top 4 is just completely away. So you kind of have 2 separate packs going on in this race at the moment, two completely separate packs. So maybe the slower drivers did not get the starts that they needed to kind of bunch it up like it's gone in the past. Looks like that was Mustang going over right there. I believe that was Mustang going over. And I think we have Pronged and Apathy battling up for 5th. Whoa, Pronged is getting insanely loose. Apathy's going to take that position. Pronged is going to flip amazingly. That looked awesome. Decoy passes him and now gets into 6th. Decoy just working hard on Apathy right there. Here comes Camby still in the lead. Cookie in 2nd. Slaunch in 3rd. Luke in 4th. And top 4 is holding strong. Cookie gets a little loose in the inside. Slaunch is going to hit some nos, try to go around the outside of Cookie. But he doesn't necessarily have Cookie cleared. Cookie actually gets a little bit of a run there. He's going to try to fight off Slaunch. He's doing everything he can. And Slaunch has the line going into the chicane, so Cookie's just going to let him by. Now Luke's going to try to make a move on Cookie. Tried to go high into the burst, but Cookie went a little bit lower than usual, and they ended up bumping each other. Cookie really loose. Luke's going to have a run there, going to try to pass him. They're side by side. Luke's just starting to edge a little bit of a run, and Cookie again is going to have to just like sort of back off a little bit. Luke ends up getting the better run on the inside as well, so he's going to have that position cleared. As they come down into the chicane. Pretty clean through there. Camby and Slaunch actually pretty close at this point. Slaunch trying to go to the inside of Camby, but not going to be able to do anything. Camby getting some good lead laps. He hasn't really led many laps this season, so this is definitely good to see some improvement out of Camby, getting some really good lead laps in here. Slaunch is going to try to make a move on Camby for the lead. He has him cleared. Unless Camby can make something miraculous, I don't think he's going to be able to. Slaunch has him cleared for 1st place. Really tight pack in the top 3 right now. Camby had a little bit of a run, but lost it to that outside run that Papa had. We're going to see him go down the chicane here. Looks like Luke and Camby could be starting their battle for 2nd now. They're definitely really close. Whoa, Luke gets super loose off the exit of that corner. And he's going to go deep. Oh, and gets Camby into the wall. And Cookie barely avoids it. Let's go back and watch a replay of that. I think we're going to have some slow-mo action on this. So Luke gets insanely loose right there, and then he's gonna try to make it a pretty ballsy inside move here on Camby. He's got the momentum, he's got the line. We're watching this in super slow-mo, but you can tell that Camby gets his grip right there, and he comes back up, and then they collide because Camby was trying to come back up right through the inside. He did not expect Luke to be there, and then they just get stuck. Neither of them can turn. They end up getting into the wall. If you were there for the heat race, that was actually very similar to an incident between Luke and Mustang. If you used to watch HRL and you remember the race, the HRL race of Belfast, there was a very similar incident at the end of one of the Belfast motos. If you want to go through my YouTube channel and watch that. And then here Luke tries to get first off of Slaunch and ends up flying on top of him. It's just all kinds of crazy things happening for Luke in the negative camber. It seems like he goes a lot more risky there than anybody else is really willing to do. Kind of goes balls to the wall in that section. So Vermin, the lapper here, is going to slow up Slaunch a little bit, but then give up the blue flag. Definitely going to allow Luke to gain some ground if he can get by Vermin a little bit more effectively than Slaunch did here. And it looks like he might be able to. Vermin's going to have an outside run that doesn't really affect Luke's run. And yeah, Luke got by him pretty well running a normal line. Definitely not going to affect his speed that much. Probably gained a little bit on Slaunch there as they come to the line. Pretty close. Here's Camby and Cookie actually. Cookie gets a big run. Camby gets second gear somehow on that inside, and Cookie's just going to speed right on by him. Camby unfortunately losing his podium position after having the lead for quite a few laps. So I'm trying to lap Mustang, and Luke's also going to lap Mustang. Now Luke's caught up to Slaunch yet again. We'll see if he can do anything with that. Definitely gains a lot in that first corner. Slaunch kind of botches the chicane a little bit. And Luke gets a little bit of second gear there, trying to follow Slaunch to the first, and then hits a rumble. And that's probably going to give it enough. There's the white flag, and Luke has icing in the case, on the cake. Actually, that's a good phrasing right there. Icing on the case. Never mind. I'm going to stick with that. I'm not even going to correct myself. Ends up casing that jump for the white flag. So that's probably going to ruin his chance here. And Slaunch is most likely going to have this secured. But we'll watch this final lap either way and see what happens, if anything. Looks like a pretty clean run so far. And it looks like Slaunch is going to take the win at Blizzard Peak. Luke takes second, and a pretty big gap between second and third here. We're gonna have to wait for just a little bit. Oh, there you start to see their silhouettes, and Cookie is going to hold on to podium over Camby. And then in fifth, you're gonna have Decoy and Apathy, Mustang and Vermin. Pretty solid race there. Slaunch took the win. Hope you guys enjoy the next coming races tomorrow.